Here we go. Here we go again. See how much lag we have on the YouTubes. Not bad. It's like a couple second delay. You know, it's weird. I don't have my camera up there right now. It's dead. My screen up there is dead because I didn't get it charged and it's not plugged in. So that's one of the things. Good morning, folks. I know it's been a while since we've chatted. I think it's been months and months and months since we chatted. Nice to see so many people out this morning for your cup of cyber. Nice, hot, steaming cup of coffee. You know I've got Illy coffee in here. Back and forth, Illy and Black Rifle. I just am up in the air like everything else. You're probably wondering what happened. Where in the heck have you been for a while there, Jim? Where have you been? Where did you go? So one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is how or why or what you should worry about. And if you guys are in this field, you know it can happen. For me, it was just burnout. I had hit a point of burnout. And it wasn't the channel. It was just a combination of a ton of things. So, I was doing the Cup of Cyber. We're trying to get those out every day. I was doing some teaching for St. Louis University in the evenings. Then the day job. And that was fairly stressful. A lot of stuff going on at the same time. And I had to just step back for a minute and look at things and go, okay, what are the important pieces? This community, this group of folks that have grown over time is obviously important to me. I think that this group is one of the things I hold dear. I did move from my job. I'm not going to say the company name, but I was running an engineering team that was both the application security engineering and the system security engineering team. Some of you guys know the company. It wasn't the company's fault per se. It definitely wasn't the people I work with. It was a great group of people, but it was just too stressful in a lot of ways. So I moved back to Booz Allen, and I never thought when I was at Booz Allen before, I didn't think I was leaving. I work on the commercial side, which is a lot different. There's a lot of people work at Booz, like 27,000 people. Most of them, great majority, are on the military government side. I'm on the commercial side, which is a little different. So I did that move. I cut out teaching, both out of necessity to get some of the stress back down, and also, just because it doesn't work with the job I have now with Booz Allen. So I cut the teaching part out, but I made sure that I had the cut aside to still continue doing the Cup of Cyber, doing the stuff with Cyber-Recon that I've done for years and years and years. So that helps. So my question, do you guys ever get to that point where you just do you hit this burnout? Do you hit burnout, and what do you do for it? For me, it was, you got to stop for a minute and just kind of reprioritize, refocus your energy, decide what you want. And one of the big things is getting organized, right? Just getting organized. That's what I'm in the middle of. If you could see the desk here and the area around it, you may question that. But it's a process I'm going through to get it organized. So I want to share some of the stuff I'm doing for organization. I want to share some of the stuff I'm doing. I've got to get a little bit back in shape because that's going to help a lot. And then talking to you guys about, what is important to you? What do you want to see on the channel? One of the things I want to do is start going back into the 601 Security Plus, get folks through that. I think that's an important certification, to get folks to that first level. That's really important. What do you guys think about Security Plus? How it fits into your goals, where you want to go? How especially folks getting into the security field. I think it's an important one. I think that's the entry level. You got to have that. But a lot of people I've talked to have really said, I've got Security Plus or I've got the cap, but I still can't get into the field. I can't get started. I don't have the education that I need. And that's important too. You got to get not the education, the experience. How do I get that experience? How do I work through the experience, and that's something we as a group have to tackle. I think there's some options to do some, some stuff around your own house. That can count as experience. You can do some stuff maybe for a nonprofit or a not for profit. There's got to be some ways to get the actual experience together. So that's important as well. So that's what things I will work through. But what is important to you? What do you think is important? Mike Bravo, a lot of you guys know Mike Bravo. He's on the channel a lot. You see him helping with the community a lot. Is helping me build kind of a roadmap. In the Army, we have had a thing called a career map. And a career map broke down, if you're in this part of your career, your entry level, your mid-level, your senior, these are the things you should be doing. These are the jobs you should try to get. These are the certifications you should try to get. These are the educational things you have to get. These are the schools you should go to. And then we're trying to do that. We're building some of these maps for things like ISO or a CISO or a security engineer. Building these out, a penetration tester. What if you want to be at the end? This is one of the things. The gurus in organizations say, begin with the end in mind. So start at the beginning with knowing where you want to go. I think, I can't think which one of them it slips my mind right now, but, it would suck to put your ladder against the wrong wall and get to the top and realize you're at the wrong place. So figure out where you want to go and then start building to that. And it may take you 3, 5, 10 years, maybe longer, to get where you want to go, depending on where you want to go. But if you have that map, you know what to do. If I'm starting with tier 1, most of the time you're going to have to do those things. Make sure you get things like A+, Security+, maybe Network+, maybe Linux+, Pen Test+. Those are entry-level certifications. They really are. And sometimes they may not seem like it, but most of the CompTIA stuff, most of it, not all, of course, most CompTIA stuff is entry-level. You want to work on a help desk, you probably need A+. You want to do security stuff, you're going to need Security+. The other thing we need to do on the channel is finish our projects, right? We had the arcade and a VHS tape. That's all taken apart. It's ready to go. I've got to do the video, putting it back together. The things I love, some of the tools I love, the thing that runs the teleprompter that is not up right now, it takes and it broadcasts from an Apple device to a tablet, to an iPad, and it can do the things like teleprompter mode where it flips it and turns it upside down and does all the good stuff I need to make it to work there. That's the only thing I found that does it. They came out with not a new device, but they came out with a new piece of software that's going to be available soon that's going to allow you to do the same thing from your Windows PC. So you can, from your Windows PC, you'll be able to broadcast to a tablet. And that's not just in teleprompter mode, that's in, like if you want a secondary display for your Windows laptop, you can use your iPad with this Luna display. It'll see it as a secondary display, and it's wireless. It's cool. It can be wired as well, but it works. It's wireless. It's a cool device. So we'll be reviewing this new software. It'll be out this month. I'll even have at some point I'll let you know where my affiliate link is if you want to go get one. I think they're great. They are the only device that does what I want it to do, which is being able to put it in teleprompter mode, which I'll show you guys when I do that video. So that's this device, the Luna display. Cool device. Truth in all this, they sent me this one for free to test out. This is the HDMI one. On the iMac, I've got the USB-C one. It's cool. The other thing we want to look at is we're going to look at tags. So I've got the Galaxy tag, the Air tag from Apple, and you got to have the keychain, and then obviously the tile. Look at those, see which one works better. I'm in Apple camp. I've got a lot of Apple stuff, so that works here. But what do you guys want to see? Hey Rex, good to see you. Welcome back. Thank you. Let me know what you want to see. What do you want to do? I think one of the things that's important to look at is we covered the RMF a ton. We did a lot of work on the RMF last year. I think it would be good to cover the cybersecurity framework, which is a partner framework that goes with the RMF, really. If you think about RMF works at this system level. say the system development or the software development life cycle, the program management, building systems, building software. That's kind of where the RMF snaps into it. That has some organizational level stuff there, but generally it falls into building systems securely. Cybersecurity framework is more an enterprise level thing. It looks at the enterprise. It looks at and it follows that attack, that kill chain, that cyber kill chain, to use terminology that I think Lockheed Martin owns. But yeah, we're coming back. Policy, we love to see some more around the CSF for sure, cybersecurity framework. Yeah, I think that's important. We're 1.1. They have updated a little bit, I think, last year. It was 1.0, now it's 1.1. I think it's worth breaking down, taking a look at that. The other thing, just how do we get people in the field? How do we help people get people in this field? And I think we're at the point right now, you guys probably all see it, they call it the Great Resignation. People are leaving. People are leaving a lot of organizations, whether they're I guess the millennials, they're the Gen Z, whoever, whatever era you're calling them, the folks that just are going to, they've kind of given up on the normal corporate world, and they're kind of doing their own thing, whether that's working less or not being able to find a job or doing their own thing. They're leaving the job market. And then a lot of the boomers, the generation before me, which have been kind of hanging around for one reason or another, they're going to just decide to retire. They don't want to. They're just done after this stuff from 2020. They're kind of done. Hey, Rainier, good to see you. And they're off. To retire. So you got a lot of voids. I see it. I saw it at the last place I was at. I see it where I'm at now. I see it across the board. There's openings in the field. There are openings in a lot of fields. A ton of organizations just don't have the people they need. Rex is saying a new executive order and how that might affect standard RMF processes. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I need to look at that myself. Maybe you can give some information on that, Rex, if you have time to type all that out. I just need to see, where you guys want to go. This is our community. Let's build it out. Let's build it where we want. Paul, I was having a discussion around this the other day. People are leaving because of being burned out due to lack of people coming into the field. But when we have the HR functions putting out entry, Paul's talking about level jobs. I need to put some of these things on the screen. Let's. Where's my little? There we go. They changed it up a little bit. Level jobs, CISSP and CISM is requirement is not helping that issue. Yeah. See, I love when they say, you got to have, it's entry level. It's 3 or 4 years experience, but they want you to have a CISSP. It just doesn't make sense. Or if it's a field that, maybe it's Docker, and they want you to have 10 years experience in Docker, and I don't think Docker's been around that long. Just HR folks, they're trying to get people in, but they don't understand what the requirements are. And the hiring managers aren't helping by putting out bad job descriptions. So I did get a message from someone last week, end of last week, that took our online RMF/CAP course, and he just passed. He just passed the CAP last week, and he's like, I need help with my resume. So, some of the folks have been around. Maybe we can help each other with getting something, a mentorship. We talked about this before. Let's get a mentorship together where maybe we can help people and look at resumes, give people tips on resumes. How do you write your experience that you've done? Maybe you're running a home network. Maybe you're running, Nessus at home. Maybe you're running Splunk at home. How do you get that translated onto your resume to give yourself the experience you may need because maybe you haven't had a chance to do it? To me, that's important stuff. What do you guys think? I don't know. I've been doing this a long time, but I don't have all the answers, that's for sure. Like I said, this is our community. It's growing. It's since we started doing this, I think we're over 2,500 people, which is not, in YouTube that's not a ton, but for a security crew, for a group, for a team that's helping each other, that's a lot of people with a lot of experience that can help, and that's a lot of people trying to get into the field. Figure half the people in that group are trying to get in or entry level, and half the people have been around a while. And all the folks that I've talked to that have been around a while are willing to help people get into the field or get ahead to grow up in the field. So I don't know. What are you guys thinking of? How do you get people in the field? How do we promote people? How do we do that? What should we be talking about? What should we be going over? Do we need more demos? Do we need more coursework? Do we need more, discussion around risk management or discussion around cybersecurity? There's also discussion around physical security, administrative security. Those are tenets of security, right? So if you're going for that CISO role, Chief Security Officer, sometimes that is not, we think about it a lot as being computer security, but it's also physical security and administrative security a lot of times. You're also responsible for those domains in many cases. So how do we cover those? Who wants to cover those? Is that important? I don't know. You tell me. What's my guy doing over here? Oh. Yeah. Just making sure. It's been a while. I got to get all the gadgets down and back where they belong. I've changed things a bit. So, yeah, I just want to get on. I don't know exactly how many times I'm going to post a week. How many times I'm going to be live. There's probably a lot more recorded. And when do we record? And when do we go live? Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Is it evening time? The Security Plus class will probably be in the evening. Probably an hour in the evening, one day a week. So it'll be a live session. It'll probably be restricted to start with. We don't want to have everybody. It doesn't mean it's not going to cost anything, but I don't know. I don't know how to do this. We'll figure out Security Plus. I've got the book I like. I'll share that with you in the next session. Next session, when we go live, we'll talk about Security Plus course, what day we're going to do it, that kind of thing. How to get into it, how do you join that group. I haven't figured all those details out, but I'll work with the folks that are helping me with that. We'll figure that one out. So I'll have another session. We'll have another live session. So do hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and hit the bell so you know. So I can tell you when we're going to go live. I'll generally post the warning at least a day before, so it's coming. That little in YouTube, I'll schedule it so you'll know it's the next day when it's going to be, and then obviously that little bell. If you hit the bell to be notified when I go live, you'll get the message. That's all I can say. Obviously, that helps the channel, gives our analytics a better chance if you do like, subscribe. We're gonna work some things out, get the channel back in shape, get going again. But I do not want. I kind of got in my mind where I want to go. But you guys, I want to know from you, where should we be going? What's the direction the channel should go? I told you it's a community. I've told you that for years now. It's a community. We take care of each other. We take care of your family, your friends, take care of your organizations. We do all that. That's what we do. That's why we're in the field. Most people that are in security, not insecure, but in the security field, they don't necessarily do it for the money. There's some people out there doing it for the money, but I think if you're doing it for the money, you're gonna be surprised how much time you have to spend to stay on top of that. It's probably one of the fields that has the most requirements to stay up to date. New challenges, new threats come out all the time, so you got to stay up with that. New technologies, you have to keep track of that. How to secure the new stuff. So yeah, if you're doing it for the money, you're gonna be surprised at how much time is required to stay up. If you're doing it for most people are doing it because they just love this field. It's a good field. It's got nice rewards. Sometimes if you're in the government, you're doing it to protect that. There's for a reason you're doing it. It's more altruistic. You're protecting something, whether that's the government, the civil service, maybe the energy sector, critical infrastructure. There's a reason you're doing it. Usually it's beyond money. But don't get me wrong, the field is one of the better. It pays better than most most fields. And I think we're getting to a point now where you don't, for a while you had to have that college degree to do anything in security. I think those days are fading a little bit. You can get quite a bit further without a degree, and that's what the map is going to show you. But at some point, you're probably going to have to get at least a bachelor's degree to keep moving up the chain. Not always, but in some of the fields, you're going to have to, like CISO. Generally, to be a CISO or a Chief Information Security Officer, one of the two, any of those C-level jobs, more than likely, they're going to want you to have some type of degree. And same, most director jobs, they're going to want to have you a degree. So, you tell me, let's see it in the chat. Hit in the chat. What do you want to see? What should we cover? It looks like CSF is definitely on the radar. What type of tools should we cover? I think Nessus and Splunk are in there for sure. Those are definitely tools. I think, a scanning tool. I say Nessus because it's one of the ones I like. There's definitely other ones out there. I think Nessus is one of the industry leaders. Qualys is out there too. I think I'll probably go with Nessus because I like it. Splunk is kind of one of the leaders, and it's kind of, I think, the standard in SIEM tools and logging tools. Tell me if I'm wrong. What else should we be covering? Throw it in the chat. But if you can, obviously, share this with your friends. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, all that jazz. But for me, one of the most important things is in the comments below. When should we go live, right? What works better for you? Mornings, evenings, afternoons, whatever. And what content should we be covering? Is it more builds? Is it more reviews of products? You tell me. But saying that, I'm going to say what HBSS, SCAP, StigViewer. StigViewer would be a good one. Yeah. HBSS, yeah, that's still McAfee. It used to be McAfee. SCAP would be a good one. Yeah, that would tie right into Nessus, I think. SCAP and Nessus would be good together. StigViewer is a good one. I think we can get... I'll have to check the DoD site. That used to be available to everyone. StigViewer is a good tool, especially if you're trying to secure things. If you haven't used the Stig, a lot of people use the Stig. How do we build a secure baseline system? How do we make sure the controls are in place? The Stig is a great way to do it. Maybe cover the Center for Internet Security tools as well. They're a good way to do it as well. I didn't realize that fly swatter hanging out the back. That's a nice thing to have in your background. It shows that there's a little fly that was bugging me the other day. Yeah, H-Rex. Let me. There we go. Yeah. HBSS, a little intense. Yeah, it would be. Could be a class, though. Anyways, I think we've been on, I think, long enough. How long have we been on and how long we've been on? Anyways, that's all we're going to ramble about this morning. Let me know. Throw it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think we should be covering. What's the soup of the day? What should we be doing? You let me know. We'll get it built out there. We'll figure it out. Hopefully Mike Bravo will check this out in the recording. I know he's usually, when we used to go at 7 Eastern, he was, I think, normally on the way to work. He's probably at work right now. But it's good to see the normal crowd in here, most of the normal people. If you're watching this on the recording, definitely throw some information in the chat. I'd love to get the chat going. Also, we have the Facebook page. So if you look in the little banner, if you're on our YouTube channel, the Facebook thing's up there. We'll probably throw it in the notes below. Let's start building that community out. That's where we can do a lot of this chatting back and forth when we're not online. So, anyways, that's what I want to talk about. Where we're going. Where's the bus going? You tell me. I'm gonna just stop rambling for now. I know it's been one of those mornings. We just had you going. I didn't want to do this yesterday, but something went weird with YouTube, and I didn't have the controls to start the live, and I didn't the software. It wouldn't let me go live. Even the stuff directly in YouTube wouldn't let me go live. Yeah, some orgs have issues not employing the correct scope of cyber personnel. Yeah, you said a mouthful there. A lot of times that hiring manager will just keep reusing the same posting. The HR folks, they're doing their job. They're not cyber people. They're not technology people. They just take that job requirement and they post it and they hire that person. And that may not be it's easy for everyone else to just reuse that job rec or the job requirement. But you're definitely not hiring the right person. If you need somebody in the security operations center and you're using an ISO's job description, and you just change the title and change a few things, you're probably not going to get the person you want. That's a great point, and that goes back to you gotta put the time in if you're a hiring manager to write that job requirement correctly with the right scope and the right requirements, so that and the right experience, so that the person coming in actually does what you need it to do, and don't. To the hiring managers out there, don't always require a college degree. I think those days are gone, in my opinion. The other thing we should talk about is, what is going to happen with this remote work thing? Is it going to stay remote? I think there's a lot of people, again, with this great resignation, it's a lot of people they're going somewhere else. There's a lot of people that are going to leave organizations that are requiring people go back to the office, and they're going to leave and they're going to places that don't require them to go in the office, maybe taking a pay cut. I mean, here where I live in the DC metro area, a lot of people are driving 90 minutes to 2 hours each direction. 60 minutes, let's say 60 minutes to 30 to 60 minutes each way. That's sometimes 3 hours a day. 90 minutes in, 90 minutes out, depending on where you're at. That's a part-time job sometimes. Yeah, 181, nice. Yeah, that's the education framework. I can't remember, national something education, the cyber education. Yeah, we should talk about 181, and we should talk about 171 as well. That's the mini RMF that's being pushed against government organizations, non-government organizations that are covering down on government data, that are holding government data that's not sensitive, not security, but it's sometimes like privacy information or the the critical stuff, whatever, PII and stuff like that. I forget what they call their new. Used to be for official use only. Now it's got a new acronym. It's just not enough coffee yet this morning. Classified, non-classified, whatever that. I know one of you guys know that new thing. It used to be FOUO, now it's something else. But anyways, I know we've been going on for a little while this morning. Where's my, I don't even know my timer's at anymore. Got to use these things. But anyways, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to cut it off there. I'm going to cut the rambling off. Do be on the lookout for when we're going to go live. It'll probably be a couple times a week, probably in the mornings. Covering more and more info. But as always, remember, we're part of a family here. So, JP. But anyone goes to different areas, the InfoSec jobs, you can use this pub, do a gap analysis of what key personnel are missing in your organization. Yeah, I agree, JP. We need to, maybe I'll lean on you a little bit to help me with that one. I've definitely seen it, went through it a little bit. Cover down on it. The folks at the center, the NSA folks used to come out with a what you call a 44 series that talked about, it was a publication on different series. Like they had a InfoSec, what you need for knowledge, skills, and ability for working in InfoSec, what you needed for an ISO. Those are all old, but I think we can use them to build a framework along with the nice stuff. It's a good way to go, I think. Great point. But, I said it before. I've said it again. We almost been on for a half hour. So let me get out of here. You guys got to go get your day started. I'm going to get my day started. Definitely good things to do today. Be on the lookout for the next time we go live. Probably will be a little bit more structured. Today was just rambling to get the juices flowing. Again, get back on track. Again. And just to open up the channel, talk to you guys again. It's been a good morning. I hope you guys have a good day. Go out there and get some, as Mike Bravo would say. And we'll see you guys all later. See you later in the week. Be good out there.